Let's pull it up for everyone to see. I'm not even going to read it until we see it together. All right. Let's move over here so you guys can all see this. Hope you guys... So if you guys can't see that, hopefully you can. His points this season are 21 in 50 games, which is not bad. Again, for a two-way defenseman, especially on a struggling LA Kings team. 29 years of age, drafted by the Penguins, round 5, 141 overall in the 2007 NHL entry draft. You see some of his seasons, 41-point seasons, 40, 42. His plus-minus, except for that one season, 2016-17, minus 21, which is actually really surprising for me. But other than that, pretty solid. Goals, not horrible. He's got a 110 goal season, which is not bad. Maybe he could rack a few up with the Leafs. Spillia, regarding his defensive stats, he was a plus 10 on LA, second in plus minus with Kopitar with 2. All their D-men were minus. That says something. 100% says something. G. Borges, how's it going? Nice move, but the system is still flawed. In terms of what? That you think the Leafs system is still flawed? I'd like to hear more from you on that. But if we're talking about the Leafs farm system, if that's where you're getting at, and I obviously want to discuss this, the Marlies are still a stacked team. The Leafs still have a lot of prospects. Dubas said it himself in an interview that this team can afford to give up pieces. They're in a position now where they want to win now. Cap is obviously not on their side still with Cap going up. They're not in a great position with obviously Marner, with Matthews. And you know what? They're probably going to lose Gardner in free agency, but they're going to have to go out and probably get another Gardner. It might be a good thing in terms of, I don't think there's any other player in the league that, as much as Gardner applies and provides, I think provides is their word, so much positive things in terms of possession, in terms of offensive presence, in terms of just kind of flexibility in the offensive zone. And a lot of people have called Gardner like a forward, but in terms of that, I don't think there's any other player that provides that much positive presence, but then also the negativity that comes in on the back end. You've seen Gardner's giveaway numbers, even in key moments. We're not going to talk about Boston Game 7. I think I've talked about that enough over the last year. We're going to be positive about it. Maybe, again, as much as the debate is, and the consensus seems to be Riley with Muzzin, maybe the decision changes. Maybe things change for the Leafs. Maybe if Riley doesn't continue his streak, maybe Riley goes back with Hainsey, and then Muzzin goes with Gardner, and then Zaitsev's with Dermott in that last pairing. It's really interesting to see. Sokol Hockey Fans is not worth a first. Wow, Justin says the same thing, guys. I'm surprised you guys are saying that, because the first round pick is going to be a late first round pick, and you're getting Jake Muzzin for another year after this. Kind of surprised you guys are saying this, because it was definitely going to be a first round pick. In my opinion, and I think this is kind of going to be a surprise to you guys, but I don't know why it is, I'm more surprised they're giving up Grunstrom and Dursey. Like, both two pretty decent pieces. Dursey they drafted in the 3rd round. Grunstrom in the 2nd, I believe. I hope I'm not wrong on that. Was it 2nd or 3rd? I don't know. But it was around there. So, I don't know. I think Grunstrom's kind of developed as a guy that definitely could be a top 6 forward. Again, Dursey, kind of underrated as an overager. He's really proved himself in the last year and a half, putting up points. He's obviously an Ontario native. Don't want to sound too much like Don Cherry there, but the first round pick is always in question. I know people will talk about, and I'm the first to talk about it. The Leafs gave up the picks that ended up being Raquel, ended up being John Gibson. They traded the 2 first round picks for Kessel. That ended up being Dougie Hamilton and Tyler Seguin. Yes, that's all happened to the Leafs. Those were also deals at the time that made 0 sense. This deal makes a lot of sense for the Leafs. Anyone that says that Kessel deal at the time, yeah, Brian Burke actually made some decent moves to the Leafs, as much hate as he gets. That was not a deal to make at the time. The Leafs did what the Blue Jays did in a short-term kind of boost. The Leafs made the playoffs once. Great, whatever. The Raquel deal made absolutely no sense, again, for Burke. Traded up to, I think, 4 or 5 spots to get the 21st overall or whatever it was, to draft Tyler Biggs, a power forward, and you gave up 2 picks that were, I think, the 26th and 30th overall. I could be wrong on that, but I think I'm pretty close. But yeah, those deals made zero sense. This deal makes sense. So you're getting a defenseman that, besides the right-handed defense attribute, is everything you need to improve your team. Everything that this team needed to fill the void. The Sean Murphy journal says left-handed shot. Yeah, as I just said again. Would have been more ideal to get the right-handed shot, but it's all right. Brian, how's it going, guys? Again, if you guys are here, subscribe to the channel, obviously. Give me a sec. I want to get that live sub count up so we can see how many people have subscribed. There we go. Oh, look at that. We got 3 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, if you guys look at that, that number will go up if you subscribe. So please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate the support. If you're here as a Leafs fan or just a hockey fan in general, I would obviously appreciate it. Luigi says, Luigi's back. How's it going, Luigi? Is Instagram down? Wow, 5 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. But yeah, welcome back, Luigi. The Hardcore Gamer. This was a good deal for both teams. Agreed. Return for Andrei Burakovsky. Burakovsky will probably be a second-round pick or maybe a decent prospect. Just report from King saying Rob Blake has a conference call in 5 minutes. Leafs GM Kyle Dubas is in 35 minutes. So not sure we're going to stick around for that. But this is the first of what I expect to be many changes LA will make by next season. Some names: Jeff Carter, Alec Martinez, Trevor Lewis, Tyler Toffoli, maybe Jonathan Quick. Ilya Kovalchuk's contract might be tough to move now. Yeah. Yeah, Alex Duran, thanks for that comment. Yeah, guys, we're on the way to 3,000 subscribers, so really appreciate the support. Want to keep reading your comments. We're going to stick around here for a little longer just to talk about this trade. But yeah, 55 live viewers in here, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We're kind of just going over the stats. So yeah, so last year, Muzzin, 42 points through 74 games. I think it was the minor injury that put him out for a bit. Jason Fournier, thanks so much. I think you're new to the channel. Thanks for being here. Says enough about a right-handed defenseman. This guy can play the right side. Yeah, that's what I said at the start of the video. He can play the right side. I know for a lot of people it's not going to be ideal, but he can play. He can play there. It's been proven. I mean, when he wasn't with Doughty, he was with Martinez on the right side. When he was with Team Canada, obviously it was the left right-handed defenseman with Babcock. But I remember when they were finally looking at their penalty kill, Muzzin ended up being on that right side, and Muzzin's a guy that now can play on the penalty kill, whether it's with Hainsey, whether it's on the second unit with Dermott or Riley. Muzzin can definitely be a pretty appealing penalty kill option for Babcock now. Robert Spencer, what's going on? Thanks for being here, Robert Spencer. Yeah, Muzzin, big trade. The Carinol says all the Leafs need is a tough forward and they will be good for the playoffs. Yeah, what do you guys think for the Leafs going into the playoffs? Do you think it's a Wayne Simmons? Do you think it's a Radko Gudas on the back end? I'm interested to see if they make another move for a defenseman. I think the Leafs, in a sense, are very happy with their defenseman now, but it's interesting. Like, now, because, I mean, we're still talking about the Gardner situation, but now with Muzzin there, does Zaitsev stay with that cap hit, or do they try to lose him now? Or does that become more of an off-season move and you just cut down his minutes and play him with Dermott? I've seen Hainsey and Zaitsev play together, especially on the penalty kill. We've seen it this year, obviously, a lot. It's not pretty. I don't like it at all. I think they're both super slow. I think in terms of possession, it's disgusting. I don't even want to watch it when those two are on the ice together. Not to be harsh, but yeah. Jamie Kell saying music is high. I totally agree with this trade for Muzzin, and there's no surprise that a late first-round pick was going to be traded. Yeah, Jamie, for me, I don't know why people are surprised it was a first-round pick. For me, again, it's the Grundstrom jersey aspect. That it's not this big surprise. In the video I made before, the 6-minute live stream or whatever it was, just to go live quick, I talked about it. Giving up Grundstrom and Jersey, two probably B-level prospects, was the least way of avoiding giving up Liljegren, Sandin, Baracco, whoever it was that the Kings probably opened up negotiations with. I guarantee the price from the start was probably a first round pick in Lilligren, and probably people are gonna be like, whoa. If the Leafs gave that up, I know there would be like some, I don't know, some freak out on Twitter. There'd be fans just going nuts if they gave up Lilligren or Sandin in this deal. So in that terms, I think Leafs fans are just kind of like, Dursey, whatever, Grunstrom, we have a whole bunch of forwards, it's whatever. But in that sense, I think that was the way of avoiding giving up one of their A-level prospects. But yeah, when people are surprised that they gave up a first-round pick, guys, the first-round pick was the starting point. I don't know why it's an argument. The first-round pick was a complete starting point. If Dubas doesn't say first-round pick, Rob Blake hangs up the phone and says, yeah, see you later, we're not talking anymore. The first-round pick was the starting point. Yeah, deja vu, fourth line center. What do you guys think? Gauthier? Does he stick? Or when Tyler Ennis comes back later in the year, I don't know. I forget his timeline. Was it? I don't know. But Ennis could slot back on that fourth line and Par Lindholm back in the fourth line center. Do you think that's enough? Jigby, I don't think the Kings lost the trade either. A first round pick, Brunstrom and Dursey is a pretty good return for the Kings, in my opinion. Luke Claire says, go, Sens, go. Tony's Dark at Night Nightmare says, Leafs crashed in Instagram. What, did their Instagram shut down or something? Okay. I will say, guys, if you guys are here, again, please subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate the support. Not just the Leafs channel, even though I got my Leafs fan rep a little bit here. But I'm trying to kind of level with everyone that's here. I think my analysis kind of comes just down to the need, the production and fit from Muzzin, how this affects the current Leafs defenseman. Let's see if the lines have updated on the famous Daily Face-Off. Let's see. Let's see what they're putting the lines as, if they have updated it yet. And then I'll put the screenshot up. But yeah, guys, comment your opinions. I want to read more of the comments. Let's see. And again, I want to see the comments. Do you guys think the Leafs could target a guy like Simmons still? Maybe bring a Simmons and Gudas from Philly? Or do you think they would do more of a low-key trade? Okay, I mean, we'll pull this up. It doesn't make sense because they have Riley on the right side. But we'll pull this up. Again, subscribe and drop a like to the video, guys. We really appreciate it. Let's bring this up right now. Again, ignore the fact that Muzzin's on the left side. So yeah, ignore the fact that Muzzin's on the left side, but you kind of get what I'm seeing at. Robert Spencer says the Leafs should still get a guy like Hamilton. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, John Howard, we got Jake Muzzin. Luke Leclerc, who's wrong? Buddy, you're wrong. Who are you talking to? Ralphie the Collector says, I think Muzzin is a good piece for the Leafs. He's a decent shot, and you will check when it's needed. You'll remember me in the playoffs. Ralphie the Collector, I hope you stick around on the channel, man. I hope whoever's here subscribes, sticks around. I want to see more of you guys, obviously, here. We had a high of 60 people in here, which is not bad at all. Tony's Dark Nightmare says Zaitsev needs to go. Oh, yeah, I agree. Zaitsev does need to go. I think it's kind of gotten very apparent that Zaitsev's not a fit here. Well, that cap hit's not a fit either with any team. Ooh, Trevor wants Ryan Reeves. Interesting choice. I mean, I don't mind Ryan Reeves. I think Ryan Reeves would be what the Leafs had with Matt Martin, though. I don't know if they want that cap hit against a guy that's all he does. But I think Stone will win Selke. I don't know. I mean, we've always seen it. Selke usually goes to a centerman, so it'd be interesting. Stone obviously fits that mold of like defensive, responsible player, and obviously the production he puts up is there. I would also say I think Barkov's an underrated choice again. I mean, Barkov obviously wasn't in there last year, and I was a little disappointed by that, but we'll see what happens. I'm so confused. People are like, you know nothing about hockey. Dutchy, who are you talking about? Who's... Oh, Arud. I don't even know who that guy is. That guy was trolling one time, so I don't even think I read his comments anymore. John Howard says, wow, thanks for letting me know because I didn't hear anything because I'm working. Yeah, John Howard. Worst time to have my phone charging. I was like about to get food, and then my phone was charging and off. I got a call from a buddy, and he's like, I'm like, I'm not acting. I'm literally like, oh, what's up, man? And this guy's laughing over. These guys are laughing over the phone, and I'm going, what? He's like, I know you heard about the trade, and I go, because I just did the Panarin video. I'm like, what trade? No trade went down. And then, and then I look at my notifications, and my phone was blowing up, which was really funny. I thought it was hilarious that I was kind of slow on it, but then I like panicked to get live for you guys. But yeah, by the end of this video, guys, live stream, I'm gonna end it probably in 5-10 minutes. We'll see what the quotes come out for Rob Blake. We're not gonna wait for Kyle Dubas because I don't think he's going live till 8:30. But yeah, let's try to get 10 more subscribers. Let's try to get to 2,525 if we can. All of you guys, if you guys are new, definitely subscribe. Appreciate the support. Bizin Donk says Pesci and Ferland for Nylander and Zaitsev. Ooh, I don't know about that. I mean, Ferland's pretty underrated, and I mean, a lot of teams are kind of inquiring about him right now. I've heard about the Pittsburgh Penguins kind of looking into it. Bills Robbie, how's it going? Just saw you said hi twice. Matthew Leclerc says, do you think he will re-sign with the Leafs? I think there's a chance because he's on the. By the time his contract's over, which will be at the end of next season, he'll be on the other side of 30. So it'd be interesting. Would he re-sign for like a mediocre deal, like a $5 million AAV, like a smaller deal? I mean, yeah. If so, then I could see it happening. But cap's going up, so I don't know. Thank you so much for the new subscriber. If it was you, definitely give yourself a shout out in the chat. Yeah, they picked up an extra defenseman or center, last year, Plekanec. They could do that again. Again, if Tyler Ennis comes back and Ennis continues the way he was playing, Par Lindholm will probably just fit that fourth line center, and they'll probably be pretty happy with their fourth line. I would say, again, a guy like Wayne Simmons would definitely complement the Matthews Nylander line or Matthews Marner line, whoever's there. And then that would allow Nylander to stick with Kadri or play with Tavares. And then it would allow Marleau to play with either Kadri or Tavares as well. That would settle up really stacked top 9. Paul B says, if we get Dougie Hamilton for a prospect in the GOAT, do it. Maybe give him a third to sweeten. Ooh, I don't know, Paul B. I think Hamilton, again, is the starting point's a first-round pick, so that's why it becomes a lot less likely. I want to hear your thoughts. Would you guys give up Sandin or Liljegren for Hamilton right now? Again, the Leafs might not have the cap hit for it, but if they include Zaitsev, I mean, again, I don't think that happens. I don't know if that happens. It's kind of unlikely that it happens. But if the Leafs were still to trade for Hamilton, it would have to include Liljegren and Sandin. They probably wouldn't give up another first-round pick. And for the Leafs' cap sake, in terms of fitting in the cap, they would definitely have to give Zaitsev to the Hurricanes. This isn't any hypothetical deal. Again, guys, I think the Leafs are pretty comfortable with their defense now. As much as fans are still going to be like, Zaitsev, see you later. I mean, I'm in the same boat. Especially with that cap hit, I think it might get worse. But, I don't know. Again, I did think Zaitsev was going to have a bounce-back year, and he really hasn't had that. How about Liljegren for Hamilton? Second at most, been traded too many times. Liljegren for Hamilton, I don't know. I don't think the Hurricanes would do straight up Liljegren for Hamilton. Liljegren's not proven enough yet, especially Liljegren. I mean, executives see Liljegren's potential. Obviously, I mean, it's just talk when people kind of say Liljegren, it hurts his stock when he wasn't in the World Juniors. I mean, I agree in a sense. It hurts his exposure, but I don't think it hurts his stock. Barry Allen B, how's it going? Holy, we got 65 people in here, guys. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like. Appreciate you all being here.